Hi everyone. I hope you are doing well. I just wanted to get on here and because I feel like this past week the Lord has had me go through this very intense dying to self process. Um, like I've heard other Christians talk about the process of dying to self before, and in certain areas I had died to self, but it's like really this past week I have really been going through this in several different areas of my life. In fact, I've been going through this process of attempting to die to self in those areas. I I know of one area where I think pretty much died to self, and where that area doesn't really bother me anymore, and that's kind of where you can tell where areas where you haven't died to self, like what areas of your life bother you, what areas cause you pain. And I remember there was a day when this particular area had caused me pain, but somehow the Lord took that away, and it's like, and He took it away. I don't know. I didn't really go seeking after dying to self really so much in that area, but He took it away, and I don't really feel pain in that area anymore, or a desire for that particular thing that I died to self. Now, if the Lord desires to give that thing to me, then I would be grateful, but I'm not, I don't feel miserable without it. And so I have been wondering, like, what other areas do I need to die to? And um, the Lord hadn't really revealed that to me as much until just recently. And it just kind of really just hit me all at once this week that it's like, wow. And I just had this very painful feeling, like, oh my gosh, this is painful. But then I realized, I'm like, wait, I'm dying. It's like I'm dying to self. It's not supposed to be easy, but it's necessary, because Jesus said whoever uh, desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for his sake will keep it and have eternal life. And so it's like once you've died to an area, it gives you peace in that area. So it's the way, dying to self in a way is the way of to live, is the way to true life, is dying to self, is dying. And it sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. And so the Lord this past week with the areas, because this couple days ago I got some kind of negative news about something I had been hoping on, and it didn't work out, and it just like, I'm like, Lord, what's going on? And I was just like, okay, I need to just leave this in God's hands, and He will make it happen in His time, because I believe that's, I know I'm being kind of vague here, but just, I know it's what He wants me to do, but, and He put this desire in my heart, but it's like I need to surrender that desire back to Him and let Him release it in His timing, let Him fulfill it, I should say, in His timing. And so, yeah, just this dying to self. And the Lord has had me, so if you're dying to something, you need something to focus on. If you give up something, you need to reach out to something. And the Lord has really just been reminding me, really the only thing that matters in this life is an intimate relationship with the Lord by faith. Just that's it. And I mean, I already have that, and I desire to increase it. I desire to grow it. And so really He just been reminding me of that. Just let everything else go. Just let it go. And um whenever I've asked the Lord in the past, do you have any advice for me? And He would say, just rest in me, just rest in me. It's like we get so caught up with the cares of this world that we lose track of what really matters. And so just focusing on that relationship by faith, even if you're not really, even if you don't feel Him, just knowing that you have this beautiful relationship with the Lord. And if you don't, I urge you to seek after that, this an intimate relationship with the Lord. I remember back in the day when I was just kind of thinking in my head, what is Christianity all about? What is it about? What's the basis of the Christian walk? And I heard in my mind, and this was before I even really got experience in knowing what the Lord's voice and how to talk to Him or hear Him, but I heard in my mind it's about relationship. And so, it is definitely, that is really the only thing. It's about a relationship with the Lord by faith. And as we release those areas of our lives that we're struggling with, that we want to control, as we release those areas of our life to Him, He is free to mold us and shape us into the person that He wants us to be. And that's truly what I want. And so, um, anyway, it's just, and it'll leave a peace in your life as you die to self. It's like the idea of dying to these certain aspects of myself, um, it's both painful and peaceful at the same time. It's like painful because I'm like, well, what if I don't get that thing fulfilled? What if I don't? What if that thing doesn't? But I guess I was looking for that thing for too much for fulfillment when I shouldn't have been. And it's like, okay, Lord, no, your will is what is best, better than my will. And just letting go and trusting that He is good and that He knows what He is doing. And so, in that aspect, and just focusing on, like, the only thing that matters is an intimate relationship with the Lord, and I already have that, so I I should be rejoicing. And so that aspect brings peace about dying to self. It's like I can just let go. I don't have to hang on. It's such a weight on my shoulders to hang on to these things. And so anyway, I really hope I'm making sense here. Um, and if the Lord is encouraging you to let go of something, just be willing to let go of it and get that peace that He is wanting to offer you. And I still feel like I'm in the process of letting go, but I believe the Lord is helping me through it and giving me His peace in the meantime. So anyway, I really hope this video encourages someone. And if you don't have a personal relationship with the Lord, I strongly urge you to seek after Him, because it's not about following a bunch of rules. Yes, if you love Him, you will obey Him. That is true. But it's about a relationship. And when you're in a relationship with someone, you desire to please them and you want to obey them and do what makes them happy. And so just let the Lord's love pour into you. I pray everyone listening to this, that the Lord's love would just pour into you, that you would read His word and let Him speak to you, and that His love would pour into you, and that you would know how much He loves you, and to dwell on His love. The Lord keeps reminding me of that, dwelling on His love. And so by receiving, and then you'll be able to receive His love, and you'll be able to love Him back, and that means just doing what pleases Him. And so, anyway, I love you all, and we are going home any moment now. And so, I'm just trying to prepare my heart, and I hope you guys are too. And uh, cannot wait to see you all with Jesus in the air. I love you all. Bye.